Have you ever walked into a cruise terminal expecting to relax, only to feel overwhelmed before your vacation even begins? The crowds, the endless lines, the confusion. It can feel like everyone else knows the rules except you. Here's what most passengers never realize. Very little on embarkation day happens by accident. From the price you pay to the cabin you receive, and even the offers you see on board, much of your cruise experience is shaped long before the ship leaves port. Today, we're revealing the insider rules cruise lines rarely explain. Some can save you money. Others can save you from mistakes that ruin an otherwise perfect vacation. Let's start with one of the biggest surprises. Secret number 1. Cruise fares are always changing. Many travelers think cruise fares are fixed. They're not. Cruise prices constantly rise and fall based on demand, booking trends, and how quickly cabins are selling. A sailing that looks like a bargain today may cost much more tomorrow, while a flash sale often appears simply because bookings have slowed. But the fare is only the beginning. Once you book, the extras start adding up. Gratuities, Wi-Fi, drink packages, specialty dining, shore excursions, and photo packages. Each purchase seems small, but together they can dramatically increase the total cost of your trip. Even those "only a few cabins left" messages are designed to create urgency before you have time to compare prices or calculate the real cost. The cruise line doesn't need to offer the lowest price. It only needs you to believe you're getting a great deal. And after you've booked, another hidden system quietly takes over, one that determines who gets help first when something goes wrong. Secret number 2. Not every guest waits the same amount of time. One of the biggest surprises for first-time cruisers happens at guest services. 2 passengers can arrive with a problem at nearly the same time, yet one is helped almost immediately, while the other waits much longer. It feels unfair, but there's usually a reason. True emergencies always come first. Medical issues, safety concerns, and situations involving children are handled immediately. After that, priorities begin to change. Loyalty status, suite guests, and passengers with concierge access often have dedicated service desks or shorter lines. Everyone else joins the general queue. But there's another factor many people overlook: how you explain your problem. Saying, "This cruise is terrible," gives the crew very little to work with. Saying, "Our cabin's air conditioning stopped working last night. We've already tried adjusting the thermostat," gives them a clear issue they can act on right away. If you need help, stay calm, explain the problem clearly, and provide your cabin number, the time it happened, and any important details. If necessary, ask for a reference number so your case is officially logged. You can't control the ship's priority system, but you can make it much easier for the crew to solve your problem quickly. Unfortunately, even if guest services helps you fast, another hidden problem may already be waiting inside your cabin. Secret number 3. The hidden noise map you'll never see. When you book a cabin, the cruise line shows you polished photos, colorful deck plans, and simple labels like balcony or midship. What they don't show you is the ship's unofficial noise map. Experienced crew members know exactly which cabins receive the most complaints. They know which rooms sit beneath the pool deck, where chairs begin scraping across the floor before sunrise. They know which cabins are above the theater, beside busy elevators, or next to crew service areas, where carts roll through day and night. Online, 2 balcony cabins may look identical. In reality, one could be peaceful, while the other keeps you awake for most of the cruise. Experienced cruisers never look only at the cabin itself. They also check what's directly above and below it. Cabins surrounded by other guest rooms are usually the quietest choice. Rooms near pools, buffets, theaters, elevators, or crew work areas are far more likely to come with unwanted noise. The cruise line won't warn you about these locations. After all, those cabins still need to be sold. And while your cabin location affects how well you sleep, the next secret begins working long before you ever step on board. Secret number 4. The cruise line already knows what kind of spender you are. Long before you board the ship, the cruise line has already built a profile of you, not by spying on you, but by looking at your booking. Your cabin category, how early you booked, the length of your cruise, and whether you purchased drink packages, Wi-Fi, specialty dining, or shore excursions, all help predict one thing: how much you're likely to spend on board. Guests who book suites or purchase several extras before sailing are often seen as high-value customers. They're more likely to receive invitations to exclusive tastings, private shopping events, casino promotions, and other special offers. Passengers who book the lowest-priced cabins without add-ons usually receive fewer of these invitations. Once you're on board, every purchase teaches the system even more. The more you spend, the more personalized the offers become. It may feel like you're receiving VIP treatment. In reality, you're seeing carefully targeted marketing based on your spending habits. There's nothing wrong with accepting these offers, but it's important to recognize them for what they are. And speaking of timing, the next secret explains why showing up too early can make your very first day far more stressful than it needs to be. Secret number 5. Boarding early isn't always the smartest move. Most people think getting to the terminal as early as possible is the best strategy. In many cases, it's exactly the opposite. Between late morning and around noon, the terminal is often at its busiest. The previous passengers are still leaving, new guests are arriving, luggage is everywhere, and thousands of people are trying to board at once. Even after you get on board, your cabin may not be ready. The elevators are crowded, the buffet is packed, crew members are still cleaning rooms, while guests wander the ship waiting for access. Instead of relaxing, your vacation begins with more waiting. And here's the surprising part. Unless you've paid for priority boarding, arriving early doesn't usually give you any meaningful advantage. You don't get a better cabin. You don't receive extra perks. You simply spend more time standing in lines. Many experienced cruisers prefer boarding later, after the first rush has passed. By then, security lines are shorter, cabins are ready, and the ship feels much calmer. Rather than fighting the crowds, you can walk on board, drop off your bags, and start enjoying your vacation almost immediately. But once you're settled in, another hidden system quietly begins influencing every decision you make, and most passengers never even notice it. Secret number 6. The daily schedule is designed to influence your spending. Every morning, you'll receive the ship's daily schedule packed with activities. Most passengers see it as a simple planner. In reality, it's also a carefully designed marketing tool. Take a closer look, and you'll notice that many of the most visible events during the busiest hours are tied to spending money. Art auctions with free champagne, spa seminars offering today-only discounts, shopping presentations with prize drawings, casino lessons that lead directly to the gaming tables, jewelry showcases promoting exclusive deals. They feel like entertainment, but they're also designed to guide you toward making purchases. Meanwhile, many of the best free activities, trivia, live music, enrichment talks, or craft sessions, are often scheduled during quieter times when fewer guests attend. As the cruise progresses, the focus changes. Early in the voyage, you'll see promotions for drink packages and spa treatments. Midweek, jewelry and luxury shops take center stage. Near the end, the attention shifts to photo packages, souvenirs, and last-minute sales. None of this is accidental. The schedule is carefully arranged to keep different parts of the ship busy, while encouraging guests to spend throughout the week. The smartest approach is simple. Choose the activities you truly want before the ship chooses for you. Because another common mistake begins even earlier, when you select your cabin. Secret number 7. Guaranteed cabins aren't the bargain. Many people expect a guaranteed cabin sounds tempting. Many passengers assume they'll pay for a cheaper room and eventually receive a free upgrade. Sometimes that happens. Most of the time, it doesn't. A guaranteed cabin means you're choosing the cabin category, not the location. The cruise line decides where you'll stay, often after assigning cabins to guests who selected specific rooms. That could mean ending up beneath the pool deck, beside a busy crew corridor, above the theater, or at the very front or back of the ship, where motion is more noticeable. Those cabins still meet the category you booked, but they may not offer the experience you expected. Free upgrades usually follow business priorities, not luck.
High-tier loyalty members, frequent casino players, or guests who spend heavily on board are far more likely to receive them when the ship needs to move people around. The safest strategy is to book a cabin you'd genuinely be happy staying in. If you receive an upgrade, treat it as a bonus, not something you should expect. But while your cabin determines where you sleep, the next secret reveals something many people misunderstand entirely. Yes, the ship is watching you, but probably not in the way you think. Secret number 8. What cruise ship cameras really watch. Many people imagine cruise ships are covered with cameras that track every move passengers make. That's not how it works. Most cameras are placed in public areas where safety and security matter most. Gangways, main hallways, elevators, casinos, shops, bars, pool decks, and other busy spaces. If someone reports a lost wallet, a fight, harassment, or an accident, security can review the footage and often piece together exactly what happened. But here's what surprises many guests. No one is sitting there watching every passenger all day.
In most cases, footage is only reviewed after an incident is reported. Your cabin and private balcony are generally not under surveillance, but the hallway outside your cabin usually is. That means if luggage disappears or someone damages your decorations outside your door, security may have evidence, but only if it's reported quickly. Most cruise lines don't keep video forever. If something important happens, report it as soon as possible and provide the exact time, location, and details. The faster security can check the footage, the better your chances of finding answers. While cameras record where you go, another system quietly records something even more personal: your reputation. Secret number 9. The crew quietly builds a profile of every guest. Behind the friendly smiles and excellent service, crew members rely on internal notes to help them care for thousands of passengers. These aren't meant to judge you. They're designed to help different departments stay informed. Your profile might include simple details, such as requesting extra pillows, celebrating a birthday, traveling with children, or needing special assistance. It can also document difficult interactions, like repeated complaints or aggressive behavior towards staff. These notes often influence your experience for the rest of the cruise. Guests who are polite, patient, and respectful frequently receive warmer service and extra attention. Crew members naturally remember passengers who treat them with kindness. On the other hand, guests who are constantly rude or confrontational still receive professional service, but interactions tend to become more formal and carefully documented. The lesson is simple. Be clear when something is wrong, but always stay respectful. On a cruise ship, your reputation doesn't reset every day. It follows you for the entire voyage. And while these behind-the-scenes notes can shape your week on board, the final secret
can have a lasting impact on the crew long after your vacation ends. Secret number 10. That simple survey can change a crew member's future. When your cruise is over, you'll probably receive an email asking about your experience. Most passengers spend only a few minutes filling it out. For the crew, those few minutes can mean everything.
Cruise lines pay close attention to your ratings, especially scores for overall satisfaction and service. Those numbers can influence bonuses, promotions, future contracts, and even which ship a crew member works on next. Here's the part many guests don't realize. On many cruise lines, an 8 out of 10 isn't considered a great score. Only the highest ratings truly help the crew. A score that feels pretty good to you may actually lower their performance results. That doesn't mean you should ignore real problems. If something goes wrong, report it while you're still on board. Give guest services and the crew a chance to fix it before your cruise ends. And when someone goes above and beyond, mention their name in your survey. A few kind words can make a real difference in someone's career. Cruise ships are designed to make vacations feel effortless. But behind the scenes, there are systems shaping almost every part of your journey, from the price you pay and the cabin you receive, to the offers you see and even the service you experience. The more you understand those systems, the easier it becomes to avoid expensive mistakes, make smarter decisions, and enjoy a far more relaxing vacation. Knowledge won't change how the cruise line operates, but it will change how confidently you navigate it. If you found these insider secrets helpful, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Avoid Cruise Mistakes for more practical cruise tips that can save you money, time, and frustration. And before you book your next sailing, check out our next video. You might discover another mistake that's easy to make, but even easier to avoid once you know the truth.